Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Vailima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the support of Oracle cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Let's see what we have. Cancer, yes. It seems like my first thought is this is being drawn out over a long period of time. Like you might be in the middle of this, it may have been going on for a while, and it's going to drag out for a while more. 3. Yes, okay. Alright. Now the situation I'm feeling, you're not completely satisfied with. You got the Four of Cups. And in this situation, I really feel like it just means you're not completely satisfied. I don't really feel an overly pessimistic air to this, but I feel like you're just not completely satisfied. Like there's a little more that could go, a little better it could be. It's good what it is, it's just you're not completely satisfied. So I know sometimes this is like concentrating on what's wrong. I don't feel like that's exactly right. I just feel like it could be better, it's just not exactly what you want. Which I guess that might be splitting hairs, but maybe that makes better sense than I realize. When it comes to your partner, though, you got the Two of Cups. So I feel like you're going along with something here. It's not exactly the way you want it to be. You know, it could be a bit better. It could be better. But I don't feel like usually I feel like this card centers on what's not going right, but I don't feel like that's exactly right. I feel like it's more about it could be better, but you're letting it slide because your partner, it's about your partner. Something about the way your partner's handling it seems to be the objection, and you're very much in love, so you're just kind of like, you're letting it be. I just feel like you're letting it be. Now, this seems to be coming in at once. Your partner has the Seven of Cups and the Grace card here. A lot of thoughts, a lot of like, I feel like they're not really stable in their direction. And what I feel is like they're kind of going at it moment by moment, kind of changing what they're thinking, kind of changing where they're going. It just seems like the situation keeps evolving, and they're kind of taking it slow, they're kind of taking it with a relaxed manner, but there's a lot, they're considering this, considering that, just kind of flowing with it. It kind of feels just kind of like, you know, I don't know if this sounds right, but kind of like, oh, you know, groovy, man. I don't know how to explain it. Just kind of really laid back and like what happens, happens type feel. That's what I'm getting off of this, and it's making me laugh because I'm like, is that right? Because it really feels just kind of like enjoying the moment, just going with it as it happens, not really pushing it forward. Just, it seems a little interesting to me because I feel like part of this is that there's they don't really know what they want completely yet. They don't really want to staple in a final answer. They just kind of want to explore it and go and just see what feels right and kind of keep going in that direction. They're not really locking something in, and they don't seem to want to. Now, I noticed the challenge card for you that's matching up with that is this King of Wands. Now, I feel like the reason this is the challenge card is because you do want to kind of push it forward. You kind of want to get it going. Like, kind of, you see them just kind of floating with it, flowing slowly down the river with the situation, and you're just kind of like, you know, can we start the engine on the boat and just kind of get it going and like get some enjoy? Like, it's kind of like if we turn on the boat and get moving, this would be a lot more enjoyable. This could be a lot better. And I feel like this is like your challenge card because I don't feel like this is exactly what you want to do right now, but maybe a little bit more momentum would help. Like, it's kind of like the King energy. The reason this is a challenge card is kind of like having that drive, but having the control to keep it at the right pace, to keep it going forward, but not to overpower the situation. The King has a lot of control. He didn't become the king by just making quick, swift, you know, thoughtless motions. He thinks it out. He He can control how much energy flows into a situation. He has a lot of control. He has a lot of reserve. I don't know what's the word I want to say. Restraint when necessary. Now I'm noticing what's challenging your partner. Their challenge card is actually a different king, the King of Pentacles. They need to really start locking something in. I feel like there's too many possibilities. They're just, the flowing with it isn't really, it's not really that beneficial. I feel like just kind of honing it in and picking something and growing from that, just, you know, for better for worse, just choosing something and going with it, that would be better here. Because I feel like their attention is so diverse that nothing is really completely flourishing. There's a lot of, it's kind of like there's a lot of small things. I don't know, I just don't feel like a situation here is coming to a very profitable end. I don't feel like it's really flourishing. I don't feel like it's really growing or getting into that abundance phase, whatever that may be. Because the tension is too diverse. There's too many things out there. It's kind of like, how do I explain this? I feel like taking a bottle of wine and dividing it up into 16 glasses when it should only fill maybe 8 glasses or 6. Like, I feel like that's what's going on here. It's like every situation is lacking because it's not being concentrated into a smaller group where your partner, he, she, they, whatever they may be, could actually make out better if they would just tighten it up a bit. And I get that these two challenge cards need to work together. I feel like you need to help hone this together, but have the control to like still allow that choice factor, but still like let's hone it in a bit. And I feel like your partner needs to like, you know, lock in or like dedicate to like, all right, I'm starting off with 12 options. I need to bring it down to 3, and then I can work with those 3. Like 12, like so it's like 12 plates spinning in the air, whatever you want to say. They need to get rid of the majority of those and just bring it down to 3. And I feel like you need to help them bring it down to the 3 most important so that they can move forward the way they need to. Is that making sense? Because I feel like you're working with your partner and you're just kind of helping them. You're actively helping them like bring it down. Like it's good, like, and I want you to be happy, but let's bring it to let's hone this in a bit. I'm not saying you have to get rid of everything, but you know, you got to really tighten this up like to a quarter of what you currently are doing. It's way too much. Now, that's coming later. Okay. When this is happening, because I feel like this would help. That would help, and that could bring into the next phase a lot easier. Because what I am seeing for your partner, all these things, there's too much going on. There's a lot going on. It's like I feel like there's too much diversity here, too many things. You know, you gotta centering that energy, grouping it. You know, condensing it. The Death card is here spiritually because definitely some things are going to be pushed to the side. The thing is, I feel like your partner has more control on choosing what they'd like to keep and what's going to fall to the side if you actively push them to choose what they want. Otherwise, it just might be a default situation where they just end up with certain things because certain things fall to the side, and it's just what they're left with rather than what they choose. And I feel like that's the difference here. By you getting them to like hone it in, it's more about what they choose rather than what they're left with. And I'm getting here spiritually also, you got the 5 of Wands here. So there is going to be some conflict. Your partner's not going to have the easiest time doing this. They're not going to want that. I feel like you might actually get flat out aggravated because the relaxed attitude is just too much. There's too many things going. And I'm getting, when you see how many things are really going here, I'm getting that might be what actually ticks you off. Excuse me. Because I feel like it's still kind of hard to get that to happen. It's not the easiest task to do, to get your partner to hone it down. Because they're enjoying all these plates spinning, all these 12 plates. But when you're explaining to them, you know, some of these plates, the majority of these plates are going to fall. It's better if you choose the ones you'd like to keep. Like, which ones are the most impressive to you? Which ones do you like the most? and let the other ones just go now. Just take them off the stick. Instead of letting them fall off the stick, take them off, put them to the side, let them go, and then you can hone on the ones you really want and keep those 3 spinning, but you get to choose if you choose. Otherwise, you're just going to be getting what's left over by default, and that's not going to be optimal for you. And I feel like when you're explaining this might be, I feel like you're going to get aggravated because I feel like they're going to be like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. And I feel like you might get aggravated going forward with that, but it's for the best. It really is. The thing is, when I see you going forward with this, I got to be honest, I get that this is good for the relationship. I do feel like this is very good for the relationship, but the 5 of Swords, is it the 5? Yep. It's a fruitless win. It's kind of like you're getting your partner to do this, but you're partly wondering, was this just going to end up the same way anyway? Was it worth the headache to get this to happen? I get it was good for the relationship. I get this was very good for the relationship. Because I feel like what's on the other person's side here with the Hermit, they're realizing, like, maybe I kind of, stretched it a bit. Maybe I went a little too far with that. And they're going to remember this next time it comes around, like to kind of pull it together themselves before you get aggravated about it. I feel like this is good for the relationship. I really do. Now, where they're standing, I'm getting the 2 of Pentacles, and they're constantly just trying this out, trying that out. It feels like even though it's the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like it's like all these options just kind of bouncing between. And this energy needs to kind of like get focused. It needs to get focused. In this situation, I do. And I'm also getting this face down card. I feel like some of these plates that are spinning, some of these things, the reason they're spinning is because of friends, social ties your partner has. And they're just doing some of this like almost as a courtesy to other people, or just, as a social connection, just to be nice to people, just to keep those connections. It's almost like they're having a hard time saying no to certain people, and that might be why there's a little bit of this adversity. And because when you're trying to push them to hone it in, they're kind of resisting that. I feel like, especially because this card was face down, I feel like they're doing things for some because there's friendships here, and they just have a hard time saying no to certain things due to friendships. Okay. How this is finishing off, and you got a couple face down cards, you both do. I'm getting you coming forward and getting this to hone in makes a big difference. It does inspire your partner to move forward. They have that emotional charge. They need to go forward. I feel like you're making the point. Like, do you want to be left over just by default, what you end up with, or do you want to choose what you want and end up with the parts you want? You get 12 plates spinning. Do you want to just wait to see what one's fallen and end up with 3 that may not be your favorite? Or do you want to choose your 3 favorite and stick with those? And I feel like you're making a point. You're touching them in a way that they get the point. Do I want to choose my future, or do I want my future to choose me? Like, do I want to make the choice, or just see what I end up with by default? And they want to choose. They definitely want to choose. And that's gonna help them. They're gonna move forward. They're gonna choose. Face down card is joy. That works out a lot better for them. This is actually good. The fight is worth it, especially when I'm getting this 5 of Swords. Like, when you're going through this, you're just kind of like, is this just going to end up the same way either way? Why am I wasting my breath? It does. You saying this makes a big difference. Your partner's a lot happier, has got that charge, has got that oomph to move forward, is telling the people no that they have to tell them no. It's a very good thing. And I'm getting down the road... You got the 9 of Cups. You're very happy with how everything worked out, in the sense of, like, you see that your partner's happy. It might still feel like a fruitless win for you, because I'm seeing this glamour here. The relationship was safe before this happened, and is still safe after this happened, this moment. And I feel like the fact that you had to push, like, that just fell. Why are we falling? I just feel like you're not overly... Like, I feel like you're still a little aggravated that you even had to push the way you did. But I don't see you, like... I see you, like, dropping it in the sense of, like, not bringing it forward to your partner. But I also feel you kind of, like, watching out of the corner of your eye. Like, are you going to start spinning more plates again? Are you going to get too many things going again? Am I going to have to say something again? You're happy with how it's going. Because you got the 9 of Cups here. Things are fine. Your partner made their choice. They're going forward. But the glamour is telling me you're keeping an eye on the situation, because even though on the outside you're like very happy, everything's good, things are fine, on the inside you're just kind of like, is my partner going to start spinning extra plates again? Am I going to have to say something again? I just feel like it's taking you a little minute just to kind of cool down from the situation, just to kind of let it slowly fade into the past. I feel like that's a water sign thing, and I say that as a water sign myself. It just sometimes takes a little while for it to just flow down the river. It's a slow flowing river, and it's just going to take a little while, and that's just how it is. But it's fine. It ends fine. I just feel like you're keeping an eye, like you're looking out the corner of your eye, like you better not be spinning extra plates again. Don't make me come back over there. I feel like that's how it is. Like, don't make me come back over there. Anything else? All right, that's the relationship for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? Single Cancers. What do we have for single Cancers? Let's pull these together. Messages for single Cancers. What do we have for single Cancers? Messages for single Cancers. What do we have for single Cancers? Empowering information that shows them the truth about what's happening and give them the perspective so that they can make decisions according to what they want in their lives. Okay. We got some love cards popping out here. Oh, we definitely have some love cards popping out here. Stop. Okay. Shuffle these. We literally have 3 very strong love cards here, but I almost feel like I should have shut my mouth, because the way this is ending is making me wonder. We'll see. Single Cancers. Okay. Now, all right, so this situation with the single Cancers, there's already something that's been established. There was a love in the past. I feel like this is a rekindling, actually, or a possible one. See, there's already a foundation to this situation. There's already a foundation to your relationship with this person. It's not a romantic relationship at the moment, but I'm getting like there was there was a time that this was, you were both on the same page and you expressed this love towards each other, but for one reason or another that came to an end. And I'm getting that, like, there's certain ways that you and this person do definitely connect romantically. And I'm getting like that person, the other person, seems to be coming towards you again. You got the Knight of Cups here at the top. You have the Lover's card in the environment here. So the love is coming at you from this person. Offer of love coming towards you. This is something that is being, it already existed once in some form. It could have been as small as a short, like a week affair, whatever you want to call it. But there's a foundation here, so you know you match up emotionally. The love is here. The love is on the outside. The love is from the other side. I feel like this person's coming towards you. Is that right, or is the love already there for you? There's a deep concern here is what I'm getting, because I'm feeling like whatever caused it to end before, it's kind of like, yeah, the feelings are there, yeah, the attraction is there, the romance is there, but there's a reason this didn't work out last time. And that's a heavy, like, and I'm seeing the Seven of Swords here for you at the bottom, kind of like, I already did this. There is some good connection, there is some good energy, but is this really a smart idea? Like, do I want to fail twice? It's kind of like that feel. Like, this already didn't work out for a reason once. And yeah, the chemistry is there. Yeah, that attraction is there, but if that's all there is and we can't build anything from it, why do this? Why go there? And I feel like this is because you also have the Five of Cups in your thoughts, kind of like, you wish things were different, but you remember why it ended last time, and you're just kind of like, maybe this isn't a good idea. I don't think I want to repeat what I already done. Why repeat what I've already done? Like, there's no point to that. And I'm getting here in the center, the Page of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. The foundation is still there, and I feel like the connection with this person is still there to the point where you're not like just shutting it down, but I feel like you're trying to stay a little bit more aloof, maybe a little bit more cold to the situation. Do I want to say cold or just like I feel like you're staying a little aloof at the very least. You know that the feelings are there, and you're not denying that, but it's just kind of like, I'm not gonna show like how I'm feeling right now. I don't want to acknowledge those feelings with this person because I don't want to give them false hope because I don't think this is something we should be doing again. Now, it's coming forward, and we're continuing on forward. I'm getting the Hanged Man with the Health card. This person, I feel like they're talking to you, or there's some type of connection here that happens. I do feel like the Knight of Cups is at the top. This is somebody moving towards somebody. And I feel like this is the other person moving towards you. It could be a chance meeting in the sense of like you end up seeing each other at an event of some sort, or you run into each other at the grocery store, that type of thing. Because I feel the energy is drawing the two of you together. So it might kind of be like you're not expecting to see somebody. Either they're coming towards you, or it's one of those chance meetings type feelings. And what I'm getting, is that right? Okay. What I'm getting is the Hanged Man with the Health. Like, I feel like they're talking to you, and they're like, hey, you know, how are things going? Maybe we could hang out again for a little while just to see how things are, just to maybe catch up. That might be things. Like, I feel like they're just trying to, like, hang out with you a little bit just to see how things go. They want to get an idea how you feel. And I'm getting here, they're saying we can do this or we can do that, or like if you want to just hang out sometime. And I feel like you're kind of like brushing it off, like, oh, I don't know, I'm kind of busy, I'll have to get back to you. I feel like one of those things is going on here. With the Hanged Man, I feel like you really don't want to shut it down, but you don't want to move forward, and you don't want to commit to hanging out or anything like that because you're kind of thinking, that could be a bad idea. I don't know if that's a good idea. So, but you still have feelings for this person, and you do care how they feel. Like, you're not looking to be mean to anybody is what I'm getting. You don't want to be mean to this person, so you're kind of saying, oh, I'll have to get back to you, and kind of brushing it off. Because the Hanged Man is telling me nothing is really coming from this meeting, but I feel like, that's a good thing. The Health card is here with the Hanged Man saying nothing's really coming out of this situation right now, and that's probably for the best. You're not getting locked into something you don't really want to do, but you're not really burning any bridges at the same time. Now, where this is ending is the Three of Swords with the Ten of Wands. I feel like this person is trying, and I'm getting like... I feel like this is you with the Three of Swords. Because I feel like this person is proposing when you guys could... Like, they're trying to work with you. They're willing to move their schedule around to see you. And I feel like they're putting forth that effort somehow, either through phone or through some type of... Somehow they're contacting you, they're talking with you, they're conversing with you, and they're making that effort to see you. The Three of Swords, I feel like, is you because you're like, oh, I don't really think I want to do this. I don't think I really want to hang out, but I don't want to be shutting that door. I don't want to be that person that says, you know what, I just don't want to be around you. Because it's not that you don't totally want to be around this person, but you're like, I don't think this is a good idea. And I'm getting the Ten of Wands comes in next with the organization. Like, I feel like this person is bending over backwards to get closer to you just to see how things are, and I feel like you're finally giving in, and that's the Ten of Wands. Like, the organization is them, like, they're making that effort to put it together, and I feel like finally you're like, they're putting in a lot of effort, let me just do it. It doesn't have to mean anything comes from it. And the Ten of Wands is coming in because I feel like you're stressed about it. You're like, all right, I'm going to go see them. I've committed to this. And I feel like you've made it a comfortable situation. Maybe you're having dinner, or maybe you're just like, maybe you have a common interest and you're just going to a game, or maybe you're going to the mall for whatever reason. You're making it a situation where you're not going to be uncomfortable in the situation, but you're still kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do this. I don't want to give this person the wrong idea. And I'm getting for them, because there's a little bit left here, they have the wisdom and the psychic protection. They're not completely oblivious to why you're avoiding them. They seem to get it, but they think this is worth... Like, they got that Lover's card. They want this to come back. And they're feeling if they can just get to see you one-on-one, maybe that'll change your mind and you'll want to try this again with them. And they're hoping that will happen. They're just hoping to get, a sympathetic ear and just try to change your mind. They got psychic protection with the wisdom. They know that you're not really over the moon about this idea, but they're just kind of like, maybe if we can just hang out, I can see how it is, and if they're still uncomfortable, maybe this isn't going to work. Hopefully that's where they're going. I can't guarantee that, of course. But I'm getting here with the psychic protection and the wisdom. They seem to be aware that you're going to, if they push too hard, you're going to be like, no, we're not doing that. I feel like they're very aware that if they push too hard, you're going to say, no, we're not doing it. So they're trying to warm you up to it slowly. They're trying to get back into your heart. Little do they know they're actually still in your heart, in my opinion. It's just you're kind of like, I don't think this is something we should be repeating. So the way this is ending is you're coming to this spot where you're going to end up seeing this person, and then that's where you really have to... I feel like when you're seeing this person, because I feel like if this reading is hitting, that's what's going to happen. You're going to see this person, you're going to hang out with them in some respect. By the end of that meeting, you need to decide if you want to go forward or if you want it to go away, and you got to make that clear. I'm not saying you have to be mean about it, but I feel like if you're still in that thought with this was a past situation and it needs to stay in the past, you need to tell them, I don't have any intentions of repeating that relationship. I'm sorry. But if you're still giving it a consideration and you're thinking, you know what, maybe things would be different this time. Whatever it was before, are things different now? Is that possible? Is it worth trying? If you're thinking, you know what, maybe it is, then be aware that this person's going to keep pursuing you because it's probably going to go forward. Are we good? Alright, I think we're good. Alright, I'm going to shut that down there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.